Daniel, Steve, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It's my great pleasure to share with you the topic on, sorry, I'm losing my voice a little bit, so my voice may be sexy. The title I'm going to share with you is Feeling, it doesn't change here. Okay. So the title is I'm going to share with you this morning is Feeling Sustainable Future Smart Buildings with Internet of Things. So Ken just present to you the use of basically passive RFID on a number of applications, including logistics, agriculture, food, etc. I'm going to change the landscape to the applications of IoT to smart buildings. Hey. 升唔到，你咪要，係咪要咁？係咪要咁？ Okay, it works. When we have problems, sometimes it gives some room for further improvement. Sorry, I'm associated with a certain organization, including the Smart City Consortium. I'm the chairman of the Internet of Things Committee, and I was also asked by a person from Science Park, indeed, to help promoting IoT. So I organized this IoT Special Users Group, Hong Kong as well. And I'm also staff in the Department of Electronic Engineering in City University of Hong Kong. Okay, it doesn't synchronize. I try to use the best technology by accessing the screen there only. So I'm hiring the concept of Charles from IDC. So I'm going to use exactly the same visions. What's hot, what's not, what's next to apply to the smart building. I'll talk about I'll talk a bit on the economy, and I will talk about the applications and development, and of course one of the important part is challenges that's going to be encountered. I need to stand aside a little bit. So, so this is this IoT SUG that I formed more than a year ago in an attempt to promote IoT. This is the Smart City Consortium, which was formed and inaugurated in March this year. And this is formed by legislator EQ, Elizabeth Court, and WK Low is on the list as well. And Eric Young used to be the convener. And I think we talk about the concept of smart city quite a lot, so I won't repeat. And under Smart City initiative, which was given by the Chief Executive last March, in fact, IoT is one of the basic essential elements which supports smart city. No doubt in smart city development, you may have smart transportation, smart healthcare, smart manufacturing, which is one of the most important parts. And of course, smart buildings is one of the key elements as well. IoT, I don't want to repeat. IoT basically is the connection to internet, and the key word here is connectivity, either wired or wireless, but the theme today is wireless, okay? So wireless play a more a key role. Of course, by the word IoT, it means connect. This is logical connection. It doesn't mean it's a wired, but it's a logical connections that all the things should be connected all together so that there's decision to be made, like by using artificial intelligence at the very back end, or locally if your memory can support and computation power can support. This morning, Steve he is very genius. He started from 30 billion. And then Dr. David Zhang, his support from 30 billion to 100 million. I'm with 50 billion here. So we are all correct. So I'm just using the middle figure. So by 2020, it's about 50 billion devices. Just think about all these 50 billion devices. You don't have to connect them all together, but you have to connect some of them to some other clusters. And you need connectivity there before you can make decision for most of the time. So the connectivity part becomes a very important role. And normally this is going to be connected by using wireless because you need mobility in a lot of the cases. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. And my figure exactly match the figures from Albert. He's left. And this is 14.4 trillion. And it means a lot of dollar values. And as we can see, we can generate a lot of revenue. But in smart city development and smart buildings, normally I advocate if you keep on the innovations only, it just burns money. So you have to compile with standard. You have to drive revenue out of it. So this is normally the dollar value referring to the manufacturing of the devices that you sell and buy and trade. In fact, when you have all this done, all this system in place, the business value generated as a result of the system in place is even much more. So it can be even more. So what's available in the prevailing market? I'm leveraging on some of the slides already in the public domain, plus some of research that I've done. And so this is smart building, one of the landscapes that we demand from traditionally, we demand lifestyle, where we would like to have air conditioner before you go into the door of your premises. So this is one of the usual landscape that you are asking for. And if you go back to 5 years ago, this may mean a lot, but as on today, this kind of technology is very normal. So, and currently, most people, or a lot of people are driving for energy efficiency as well, because simply because we understand the global warming issue, and we would like to pay less, of course, because if we burn less energy, then we pay less. This is also important, but there are far more important meanings from behind as well, which I'm going to discuss. And very often we talk about environmental quality. This is one of the problems and issues that the Environmental Bureau is going to deal with. But very seldom we don't talk about indoor. We talk about outdoor only. Okay, so this is the some of the factors or some of the issues that when we look at buildings, then this we look at green, we look at smart, getting smarter and smarter. And some key parameters that we might need to look at are like we would like to look at whether this is energy efficient and sustainable, whether the energy generated will be able to supply to the premises so that it's self-running. But in the future, we should look at energy plus. It's not shown here. So that's why you have to come. So energy plus, in that you generate more energy than what is supplied. So all this is related to the climate because you are burning energy. you may release CO2 to the atmosphere, plus other gases to the atmosphere, which might be harmful to your future. And water level rises, as of course we all know. And we always look at energy. So we look at energy meter, okay, which I will talk about. And in fact, in premises, you have to use water as well, apart from energy. So water efficiency, you should look at as well. You should look at whether there's any water leakage as well. So things like this. And in fact, in a building, if this is very smart, then probably you may associate to transportation as well. But this is not the key topic today. So we leverage on the ability of wireless. So you will have more and more wireless sensors. You need sensors, and then you need to hook it up to the internet. And very often it's wireless. So the sensor cost normally is not too much, although normally when you deal with project, you always keep on saying it's very expensive, but in fact it's not too expensive in the overall project. But the value driven out of it is very good. So so first of all, we look at the manufacture of sensors, and in future smart buildings, as I said earlier on, you have to look at the energy efficiency. We used to look at lifestyle, as I just mentioned, but as on today, we look at the responsibility to the community as well. That you can afford to burn energy, but you don't because of the responsibility to the community, because we all understand it might release carbon release. It may release carbon. And it has to be sustainable or energy plus. And because you are using wireless, you have to provide very safe wireless connections with security as well. Otherwise, it will become very chaotic because people hack in and people imitate whatever you are using, and it will become very disastrous. And in the building today, it's not just a place that you live in. It's even more than the energy efficiency, because as Dr. David Jones this morning, he said, look at your ages. In fact, I thought about myself. So I'm going older and older, so we cannot stay in the hospital anymore. This is inpatient, so we have to stay home for most of the time, or in an elderly center, and we should be taken care of, our health should be taken care of by using ICT means, by hooking on sensors around your body and measuring your blood pressure or heartbeat rate, etc. And all these data will be carried back to the back-end servers for analytic purpose and give early warnings. And so the IoT application is really a lot. Like you can make your apartment smarter, you can make a hotel smarter, you can make an office smarter, or whatever. And it's not just innovation, technology. It's more than that. So you have the technology in relationship to people. How do they harmonize together? And you have to make decisions, and this is artificial intelligence. And finally, you have to apply all the technology to this community to get social experience, to see whether the innovation that you have is good or not before you earn money. So you also need to have a place or pilot site for technology experience before the technology can really take off. So all this you need. So the question we need to ask is, in Hong Kong, we need to ask, can we innovate? Are we ready to innovate? So all these questions we have to ask. And so what's hot right now? Of course, we are looking at smarter offices. This is a picture that I get from Mel. Oops, sorry. Okay. This is another slide that I hired from Philips. And that Philips is very famous for lighting. And so if you can reduce the building operation cost, likely it may reduce the lighting electricity bill by 70%. This is on the high side. Maybe even 15% is quite good already. And of course, HVAC is you burn a lot of energy, basically because of the HVAC usage. So that could go up to 60%. This is already also very high, but even 30% reduction is already very good. So what might give you in return? That if you were a property developer, that may give you, say, 3 to 5% better asset valuations. You can sell your offices and buildings at a higher price, like 5%, which is very good. So this is what you get in return. And but what's the driving force? Why would people do so? Who is going to upfront the money? So this is the problem right now. So will the government put in money first, or are we going to put in our own money? So this is what is stuck in the issue at the moment. And in terms of technology, we are demanding smaller and smaller, lower profile components. We are demanding more and more and higher computation power, pervasive computations. And we need more users' experience, because otherwise you won't be able to see whether the technology is good or not. And as for IoT means, you can hide Wi-Fi, Zigbee, BLE, RFID. This is a slide that I hired from Mail. But of course, as on today, you have LoRa, you have Sigfox, you have narrowband IoT, which is basically coming very soon. The narrowband IoT is derived from cellular technology. So you make things smarter. You you put more innovation into the building. You put more innovation into the energy management, security, fire alarm, etc. And video is, of course. So you need wireless sensor network, and you make it even smarter by putting in a lot of aims and goals into it, like this. So likely from Mel, they have 10 key technology drivers like this, because I was urged to finish as soon as possible. So it happens all the time. So I'm going to flip a little bit faster with you on the applications. So what is related to smart buildings? In fact, this is also tied up to smart metering as well, because we need to, normally we need to do demand, the utility need to do demand response in that, because the generation of energy is very expensive. It's not the method that you can pay. It's a method that the utility wouldn't want to have to put up more energy generation, simply because this is expensive, and yet you don't want to pay more. And what is more important is if you burn more energy, likely you may have more release of CO2. So smart metering is one of the hot issues right now, which is tied up to smart buildings. In that you will all those energy consumption data will be sent back to the utility by using AMI, smart metering, because by then the utility may be aware of your energy usage from time to time. For example, we have EV car all the time, so the city is getting cleaner and cleaner, but at the outskirts where you have the utility, they're burning a lot of energy and release a lot of CO2. So they have to put on more efficient means to make sure it's less contaminated at the outskirts. So it's all tied up. So, but in the building itself, as I just mentioned, you either use wireline or wireless solution, but the theme today is wireless. So I'm going to talk a little bit more on wireless. And as for wireless, it has to be reliable and highly secured by providing authentications and encryption means as well. And you need, of course, to be affordable. So you drive the cost down. So that's why you need open standard. If you have open standard, it will drive the cost down. But because different manufacturers are getting into the landscape, so they need to be interoperable, which is, this part is very difficult and present a challenge to the development. And for example, for smart building, for smart energy, normally CP is one of the usual means for development. This is some of my research done on smart metering. I have done 5 buildings before, 60 levels each, but I'm not going to tell you a lot today because this could go into very analytical presentations. But it's a very good experience that we have the technology experience. So, but we also need user experience. This is one of the many projects that I did before by using wireless. So all you have to do is put up switches onto the wall, dual dimmer, dual channel dimmer, 1 gang switch, 2 gang, 4 gang, etc. Just put it up and get wireless registrations, and then there you go. So what is not addressed today? For example, have you ever tried to build a building that can withstand earthquake? I think probably not here, but we don't need it. So in some places, smart buildings may also require the capability to withstand earthquake. And what about a place like this? After it is done, it's brand new, very good looking, but have you ever thought about whether the air quality inside is good or not? Normally, we don't give it a thought. So do we have sufficient fresh air? Is the air clean enough? And the humidity and temperature, is it right? So all this we need to care about. In fact, if this is not done well, then probably you may have VOC, volatile organic compounds, like toluene, saline, formaldehyde is one of the key components, PM10, or even PM 2.5, which occurs a lot in Beijing. So that may affect adversely our health. So I've been involved in research like this by working on the kind of right window size and the kind of current flow and the control means that will give a very good IQ within the house. But I'm not going to give details. Because I need to rush a little bit. So what is more, now, as I said, the smart building for future has to take care of patients, outpatients. So telehealth tends to be a very important topic as well. This is one of the gateway that I built before and published, of course. Sorry. And that you have to take care of all this ECG, blood pressure, thermometer, etc. And of course, we have to include all those protocols as well. And also, we have to consider these robustness, because this is healthcare that you are working on. If the data is not correct, and also if at the right time that you are not sending the right data, then sometimes it may cause death or life or death issue. So, the link has to be very robust. And challenges, this is almost the end. And so in Hong Kong, if we would like to move on to energy plus building, what kind of renewable energy you need to leverage on, like PV panel, wind farm, or whatever. Put it onto the rooftop as usual, or put it onto the side wall, the facades. So we have to make good decisions. And if you are working on wireless, are you worrying on interferences? And if there are interferences, likely there will be a lot of retransmissions, which may kill more energy at the other part, at the center. So this is something we have to consider. And if we have a lot of EV cars in the future, if they all are charged from the buildings, are we going to get into any trouble? So these are lots of challenges that we are going to face with. I'm running short of time, sorry. I think this is the end of my presentation. Thank you. I hope you have some insight from it. Thank you.